here. Alright, Lashana, come on down. Alright, so you guys know the drill. We need to help her annotate our bell ringer, and y'all will help her answer the bell ringer as well. So we are circling verbs in green, underlining supporting details in red. So number one, list 2 causes of the Great Depression. Number 1, what is our verb there? List. We are listing. Alright? Doesn't really show up on the green, but that's okay. And what are we going to list? 2 causes. Very good. Alright, number 2, describe one program President Roosevelt initiated to help out during the Great Depression. What's our verb? Describe. Alright, and what are we describing?
One program.
One program. What kind of program? To help out during the Great Depression. Very good. Alright, Lashana, go for it.
This is the causes of the Great Depression.
I don't know if it's right, but I said two types of the Great Depression of the election of 1928 in stock market schools.
Help her out.
2 causes of the Great Depression were low interest rates and overproduction.
And Morgan, tell everybody where you found that answer.
Page 3.
Page 3 on that big diagram. And Najee, I can see where you thought the stock market, because remember we said the stock market worsens the Great Depression, but it isn't one of our main causes. Alright, number 2.
Describe one program President Roosevelt initiated to help out during the Great Depression.
The Reconstruction Finance Corporation was a program made by President Roosevelt to help out during the Great Depression because it made loss of business and provided jobs for unemployment.
Is that correct? Sure is. Any other programs we can think of?
FDIC
The FDIC. And what does the FDIC do?
provided government insurance for bank deposits.
There you go. So your money in the bank is now going to be secure. Very good. All right, y'all give Lashana a round of applause for being our volunteer today. Fantastic job. All right, so what we're going to do today is a little bit different of an activity. This is what we call a Socratic seminar. You may have done one of these in your English classes. Raise your hand if you've done one of these before. Just a couple of y'all? All right, so this is an activity where we are going to discuss our essential question that is part of our culminating task. So was the New Deal an effective response to the Depression? And this is not a debate. We're not going to have a winner, but we're just going to discuss it. And if you notice, when you guys came through the door, you drew cards. And each of those cards had a role on it. You're either what we call a provocateur. You're either arguing no, yes, or to an extent. All right, so in your groups, you are arguing from this position. Now, provocateurs, I'll have to explain to you in a little bit what your role is. All right, so let me go over how it's going to work, and then I will let you guys get started. All right, so like I said, we are answering our essential question over here that we've been looking at for a couple weeks now. Was the New Deal an effective response to the Great Depression? So today we will engage in our Socratic seminar discussion to develop claims that will help us answer this task tomorrow. I already told you guys we're going to be writing our newspaper articles tomorrow, and this discussion will help you figure out your claims for that. So our objective, we're going to evaluate the success of the New Deal in addressing the problems of the Great Depression and how this connects to our future learning. It will help us identify how the New Deal changed the relationship between the government and the American people. All right, so what we're going to do, in just a second, I'm going to let you guys work in your groups, and you're going to have about 15 minutes to plan your discussion. And what you are going to do when you are planning your discussion is you are coming up with questions that you are going to ask your classmates when we have the discussion. Okay? So each group needs to come up with at least 3 questions that they can ask during our discussion. Not only that, but each group needs to come up with one opening statement that uses at least one document to support your claim. So for example, my yes group, they're going to be arguing, yes, the New Deal was an effective response to the Depression. So they need to find something either in their notes, their fireside chat activity that we looked at, the documents we looked at yesterday, any of the stuff that we've been working with to help them develop an answer to this. To an extent, people, you are arguing it helped out a little bit, but not fully. So you will find something in those documents to help you make that argument. And I know people, pretty straightforward, you're arguing no, the New Deal did not help with the Great Depression, all right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put 15 minutes on the clock, and you guys are going to discuss with your groups these different questions that you are going to ask, and then we'll come back together after 15 minutes and start our discussion, okay? All right, my provocateurs, I'll come talk to you in just a second. All right, wait a second. All right, on count of 3, break. 1, 2, 3, go for it. We're going to go ahead and get started. My speakers of each group, you're going to go ahead and make your way to the inner circle. You can bring your documents with you to help and bring your questions. All right, so we are having our discussion to answer this question: was the New Deal an effective response to the Great Depression? And this is a discussion, not a debate, so we're not going to get too heated, because I know some of you guys get a little animated when we do this. All right, and remember, the reason why we're doing this is to help us answer our culminating task that we are going to write tomorrow. All right, so I'm going to open up the floor to my discussion leaders. Who would like to go first?
I don't feel like the New Deal was an effective response to the Great Depression. My reason being for saying this is because people found other solutions other than the New Deal.
If it wasn't for the New Deal, how would they gonna get some jobs?
If it wasn't for the New Deal, how would they get some jobs?
Well, Hughley Long had an idea where you could share the wealth, which you take from the rich and give to the poor and create a non-middle class. Of course, they still have to work.
Okay, there you go.
They create a middle class. It's a starting out.
They still have.
It's a discussion, not a debate. My first tier, help them out if you feel like they need help. Right on your signature.
Well, my gut feeling is that the Great Depression did help, but also did. Like it says on document 5, the first 5 section, it says, "Let me make it clear to you that the banks will take care of all needs except the course of demands of hoarders." So, like it says here, that it did help with the banks, but also didn't. So we believe that the New Deal would help, but it also didn't.
Well, if it helped, why did Francis Townsend didn't believe that it helped the elderly enough? Well, the New Deal is supposed to do it. And then the elderly cannot work if there's no elderly.
Okay. Who was kept after World War I besides the people?
Right. Respond to her question first and then ask your question.
How will the New Deal about the elderly?
Social Security.
So, how else would it help out the elderly other than the Social Security?
Yeah, I agree that the Social Security Act did help the elderly, but what happened to other people? Because really, you don't live that long back then.
why do they feel the packing plan gave FDR to them?
Because he don't want to appoint people on there who would actually agree with him. That's why that would work out, in my opinion.
You have to say something?
All right, so we're gonna open up the next tier. So my people along the outer edge right here, you may now engage in the discussion.
If the new deal was supposed to work so well, then why did the Supreme Court try and close so many bills that was trying to pass?
Give an example, Vernon. Like, what did they try to vote down?
Like the bill that was passed for giving people back certain amount of money to the power of banks.
How would America have gotten out of the Great Depression if Hoover had been reelected and Roosevelt was never elected? Because Hoover really, well, like earlier we thought, we didn't really think it was that big of a deal. It was like a little version of the show. So. They probably would have still been in it if he was president.
Still today?
Okay, in the first, or in the New Deal, there was called the 100 Days, and FDR made 15 programs to help with the crisis. Which one do you think was the most effective? Y'all can answer in a minute too.
So to repeat her question, she said, in the first New Deal, the first 100 days, Roosevelt passed 15 programs to help out with the Great Depression. Which of those do you feel like was the most effective?
The emergency bacon police. Because it required federal examiners to survey the nation's banks and issue license to ensure that they were financially sound, basically, so they wouldn't close. So people could put their trust into the banks, knowing that they won't close. But what if they did close? To ensure they were financially sound, so they wouldn't close. They were financially sound, they won't close. They're insuring it. So they will be.
Why should the government regulate the government so tightly?
What did you ask?
Why should the government regulate the government so tightly?
I think he means like, why should they control all of these different sectors, like the stock market and banks and jobs and all that? Yep. Anybody can.
Well, I feel as if they should, but they shouldn't. But if they let the people do it, then the people will just be trying to do it for basically them themselves. Like it'll be all about them. They won't think about the others.
So one last thing for you guys to do in your desk when I pass this out. This is just a follow-up, a debrief. It has just a couple questions for you guys.